Hey, it's Thursday. It's the day before holidays. Let's get started. I think I'm gonna start my videos with this. Let's just do this.
All right, Brandon, this is your warning.
For 2997 from 2970.
I can't watch that enough times. I'm getting left in the dust today. I've been watching court. I am behind on everybody. I keep finding something and then somebody posts it. So, well, I'm just gonna have to cherry pick what I can get. I've got I've got one from Judge Washington. I don't know. I haven't seen it myself, but it's not exactly new. I have the Alpha and Omega with his 12 sister wives. Maybe he called himself Jesus. I don't know. I was gonna do a couple soft sets, but a couple people beat me to them. I might reach out to those people to post them later. I've got a ton of stuff that I need to unload in the next couple days. I think I found a mine of sovereign citizens that's not quite tapped, mostly on the body cam side, not so much on the court side. Apparently, Colin tracked down Mr. Magoo today. Good for you, Colin. Man, I cannot figure out how to get into that magistrate's um, courtroom, but I think it's just a timing issue for me. So, anyway, let's venture over to Judge. Sorry, I'm still coming off this sinus surgery. I don't mean to clear my throat that much, but let's go to Judge Washington's courtroom for a little warm up. You know, we don't want to go meet God too quickly. So, without further ado's, we're looking for Mr. David Jordan.
Wayne Minor.
Mr. Minor, I set you up for a payment plan of $25 per month back in March, and you haven't made any payments. Why is that, sir?
Guy after this.
Honestly, Your Honor, I'm sorry. I really forgot about it. I just started back working. If we can do that same plan, I can start making payments as soon as I get paid July 9th.
Okay. What I'm gonna do then is I'm gonna bring you back on, October 1st and see if you've made sufficient payments at that time. I'm gonna set it up for a contempt hearing. So as long as you're paying though, you don't have to show up. If you're not
Okay.
paying, then you gotta come back and we gotta talk about why that is.
Okay, Your Honor.
You're all set, sir. Take care of yourself.
Thank you.
Here's our guy. Let's make me smaller. Or, bam.
I'm good to go. That's it.
Yes, you are. You
Okay.
good to go?
Have a good day, Your Honor.
You too. Bye-bye. The court will call the matters of David Jordan, case numbers 22W003051 B and C, as well as 22W005875 and 24W000699 A and B.
Paul Barnett on behalf of the township.
Please state your name, Mr. David Jordan.
David Jordan.
Thank you. We're here for show causes on these tickets.
Just real quick. So today I'm gonna post this by Judge Washington. Then I've got one from Judge Simpson. What I love about Judge Washington is I can guarantee 100% of the time if you try to guess what she's thinking, you'd probably be wrong. Judge Simpson is probably the opposite, so I love putting these two together.
So, Mr. Jordan, you were in, MDLC for a while?
Wayne County Jail.
Wayne County Jail, okay. I remember, that there was some, I gave you some, for the criminal cases, I gave you jail credit. And trying to make sure they did what I asked, which was something, they posted a bond and I had moved it to pay off the ticket. Isn't, let me see, 24W000699A. They display a license. I don't understand why this hasn't happened. I'm sorry, what? Yeah, I don't understand why it hasn't happened. I don't understand. So, sir, you, owe a total of 917 still? Wait, but one of these is no proof, no proof. Failure to display a license. So that's not right either. Mine is 252. Mr. Jordan, do you remember when I gave you jail credit, how much jail credit I gave you? On the criminal matters?
No, I don't.
Okay. One
Couple
second,
hundred
let me
days.
look that up.
Chance, you're gonna have to wait a while.
How long were you in the Wayne County Jail?
90 days.
I'm just gonna give you 30 days credit time served on the 24W000699A ticket. Fines and costs are waived. So that one. So you owe 665 still. Do you need a payment plan for that?
Yes.
Okay, and that's on the note of insurance ticket that I can't do jail time for, the no registration that I can't do jail time for, the loud noise ticket that I can't do jail time for,
Okay.
and another no proof of, no, that's just a clearance fee, and an improper lane ticket, okay? I am someone's gonna finally figure out how to add this $210 bond that you paid to one of these tickets. So that will take you down. When I give you credit for the 252 on the failure to display a license, when I take that off, because I just gave you credit time served on that one, and I take off the 210 that the bond that you posted, it brings it down to $665. So, how much can you pay per month?
Right now I'm not working, so I'm really not sure.
All right. Are you looking for a job, Mr. Jordan?
Yes.
Mhm. Do you want me to bring you back again to, see if you've gotten that job? I know you just got out of jail in the last 2 months?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want me to bring you back to, well, I see. I'll bring you back on September 3rd, see if you have a job, okay? September 3rd at 10:00 a.m. We'll see where you are, Mr. Jordan.
Okay. Can I ask you a question?
Certainly.
Um,
It's at this moment where this part should be over. But if you see where the little dial is on my video, let's see what Mr. Jordan has to say.
so, cause I know some of the actual tickets I had paid. So I'm just trying to keep up with what's going on right now.
None of these tickets are paid, sir. I wouldn't be telling you that they're,
Ma'am, I have my receipts. I tried to explain this to you before.
I know, but those are different tickets, not
Try to explain it. He's explaining things.
these ones.
Correct. Mr. Jordan has 17 minutes.
You had 17 tickets. These are the ones that are left.
Okay, so what I was trying to explain is like when he wrote me the no proof of insurance, which I had insurance, when he wrote me that driving on suspended for that particular ticket, you had told me to pay the driving on the suspended parts, and I did that. The only thing that I thought that I had left was the civil infractions.
The driving while license suspended is the one you put $210 on, sir. And I just told you that I'm transferring that $210 to some of the civil infractions and giving you credit for time served on the driving while license suspended. So your $210 can go towards one of the civil infractions and you can get credit on the driving while license suspended. This is the same thing I explained to you last time. Unless you want to just put it on the driving while license suspended, and then you'll owe another $210 because that won't be credited in two places.
All I said was I was trying to understand what was going on.
And I explained it to you 3 times now.
He wasn't trying to understand. He was trying to explain it to her. But she just traded $210 for 30 days in jail. I don't know if that's a fair trade-off, but if you got 17 tickets, I don't know if you're in a position to negotiate.
Okay.
Do you understand it yet?
May I have a court date where I can actually come in? Because I would like to pull the transcripts. I'm being honest with you because I have been trying to only explain myself when I be on Zoom. And when I try to explain to you what me and you talked about from one court date to the next, you tell me that I'm lying to you, and I have never lied to you about what you have told me.
I say that you do not understand. You are not hearing and you are not listening. You can pull.
I'm talking about previous court dates.
Stop talking over me, please. You can pull whatever transcript you want to pull.
But Judge, if I explain it in person, you'll hear me.
That's up to you. You're not coming in. This is in. If you want to pull a transcript so you can review that, you go ahead. You can call them and find out how much it costs to get those transcripts. That's up to you.
If you're not, it don't matter. It don't matter.
I think you don't listen well, is what I do think.
I do listen well. Miss, what I'm trying to explain to you is it was like 4 court dates ago, and we had a conversation, and you told me something, and I'd done that. And then when I came back to court, I tried to tell you that, and you told me you never told me that. When you asked me why was these tickets so old and still pending, I told you because every time I came to court, the prosecutor always said that they want to see if I can get my license, and they set them aside.
Love her face.
Why don't you go ahead and pull the transcripts so that you can prove whatever it is you think you're trying to prove, Mr. Jordan?
It's too much reading.
All right. I don't see why not. That's just, all right. So how much?
You just told me you were listening, so you should know the number.
You said six something.
$665.
You write this down.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, I'm being respectful. I don't even understand why you even getting an attitude with me.
Ooh.
Well, maybe if you go back and watch the video, you'll understand it.
I do. Ma'am, you was my lawyer on these cases.
I was not your lawyer on these cases.
All right. Okay.
Do you understand you've had 17 tickets in this court?
Yes, ma'am.
So why are you saying something that is totally not true?
I'm not lying.
Okay, whatever, sir. You know what happens on a docket? It shows who the attorneys are. I was not your lawyer on any of these tickets, Mr. Jordan. Maybe you should stop getting so many tickets and then you wouldn't get them confused.
Look at David Gallinaro.
All right.
Anything you want to talk about today, Mr. Jordan?
I mean, nobody listens to me, so I'm a compulsive liar. So I mean, I don't know anything I'm speaking on. That's why I asked, can I just come into the court on a live instead of doing this over? I have better court dates with you in person.
I'm about done with this docket with you today because you do not listen. I already told you 3 times you're not coming in here into this courthouse. If you want to get a transcript, you can order that. I don't know what else.
I understand that. I heard all that.
And well, then stop saying you're going to come into the courthouse because that's not happening right now.
You already said that too.
From you. Mr. Jordan, in a few moments, you're going to be held in contempt of court and you're going to be doing some additional jail time.
Yep.
Is there anything else you need today?
No, ma'am.
All right. Then you have a great day. Goodbye.
Wow. If you have so many tickets that you need a spreadsheet to track all of them, and somehow you can still drive. Actually, I don't know if I think his license is suspended. Yeah, you're getting pretty lucky here. Plus, I mean, she just moved a bunch of things in your favor. You spend 90 days in jail, but 30 days toward this ticket, 30 days toward this ticket. I mean, I still don't think 30 days offsets $210, but if you're not working anyway, you might as well. He was lucky. If he had it his way, he'd be in jail. He would be getting contempt. And he wouldn't be able to pull up his spreadsheet that he didn't make, but should have made anyway. Gotta love court sometimes. Okay, so I caught this in Simpsons court today.
Proceeding where the people would have to show by probable.
Hang on, and blah 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 blah. Oh God, where's the video? Okay, I caught this in Simpsons court today, and right before this case, it just seemed like they were having a good time at Simpsons court. So I went back like 20, 30 minutes and just record everything. But meanwhile, while I'm doing that, I see, law talk with Mike. And I'm like, oh, God, he's playing the same freaking case. Anyway, if you happen to find me before you find Mike, at least I have a longer portion of the docket. Anyway, it's kind of fun. He's got a bunch of law students in practicing. He's got he's got a repeat offender in here that looks so familiar. So if you happen to be a court watcher and you see this video, I'm going to point out this lady and I want you to see if you can tell me where you've seen her from. Why is this all messed up? Oh, I think it'll fix itself. Just let me know. And then if you just find my videos for the first time, please like and subscribe. I do a lot of court cam, but mostly body cam. I'll do whatever I really just feel like going with. So let's check out Simpsons. We're going to find God.
Cause that the offense alleged was committed and that you committed it.
Yes, sir.
You understand you will not have that hearing and that you'll proceed to circuit court for further resolution.
Yes, sir.
People also waive their right? People also waive their right?
Yes, sir.
Preliminary examination having been waived, defendant is bound over to circuit court on a single count.
Your Honor, we would acknowledge receipt of the information, waive formal reading. The client would stay mute.
Defendant having waived formal reading, standing mute, court will enter a not guilty plea. Pretrial in this matter will be set
August 8th, 2025 at 1:30 with Judge.
August 8th, 2025, 1:30 judgment.
And by the way, PCC Day on Simpsons docket is definitely the most entertaining. But what I want you to watch is just the line of attorneys and their clients coming in through this way and the ones coming in through this door. And then just keep watching Simpson's face because he, like I said, he's the opposite of Judge Washington. He will react to everything. And this seems like a kind of a funny day.
No, you're good. This is just your notice.
On continue.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Court calls case of the people versus Jaleesa McDowell.
Jaleesa. All right. This is the lady. We've seen her before. I don't remember.
Chief Attorney Kara Rosengren requesting permission to practice under Michigan Court Rule 8.120 under the supervision of APD Hannah on behalf of Ms. McDowell.
Okay, permission to practice is granted.
Okay, so this defendant, we've seen her before. I don't remember where we've seen her. I don't remember if it was on Simpson's docket or if it was an arraignment. But if you find her previous appearance, just let me know. It could just be the fact that I've watched court too many days in a row, and so there she is again. But anyway, okay, so we've got law student number 1.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Doctor, could you say your name for the court, please?
Jaleesa McDowell.
Thank you. All right.
Your Honor, we would like to request the court set a date for exam in this matter, please.
All discoveries complete.
Yes, Your Honor.
People have their witnesses available to 15?
Yes, July.
Yeah, July 15th. Will that work?
Yes. And Judge, I said we should fine.
Preliminary examination in person will be set July 15th, 2025. 9 a.m. That is before Judge Moore. Esteban.
Thank you. Your counsel has been provided with several of the defendant's jail calls. And we're asking that her calls be revoked at this time. She's actively trying to have third parties contact the minor child in this case to have her recant. So we're asking that her jail calls be revoked and if necessary, a date be set right here.
Your Honor, I've listened to the calls myself, and while in some regards, Ms. McDowell does talk about her case to people, she very rarely makes requests. Her tone is not demanding or threatening or coercive.
Rarely makes requests.
Well, I mean, I'm talking about a request in general, Your Honor. So, but there are a lot of conversations, and for the most part, her tone is not demanding or threatening or coercive in any way. And mostly she's just talking and trying to communicate with her mother, her grandmother, and her cousin and other family members.
For somebody to recant their story.
Your Honor, I believe that in most of the situations and most of the phone calls that we heard, she wasn't making requests as much as just expressing how she was feeling about certain issues with her grandmother and her mother and the people who are taking care of her children right now.
It really doesn't answer my question, but that's fine.
We did meet with Ms. McDowell yesterday. We talked about that. I will say Ms. McDowell was very candid. We went through some of the phone calls together. Her understanding, she had no intent to disobey the court's order. She's not in any way trying to intimidate or coerce anyone to come to court or to not come to court. Her position is that she has other children involved. She was getting messages that these children are left unattended at her home. She's very concerned about the safety for them. That has now been resolved after my conversation with McDowell. She even said, I don't plan to be on the phone anymore. I was never trying to disobey the court's order. That was not my intent, but obviously she has concerns for the safety and well-being of other children that are currently, they now are placed with someone that she knows, and she does not have that same concern for their safety and well-being at this time.
If I could, John, provide an offer of proof, just an excerpt from one of the calls.
Yes.
This is the defendant speaking on June 19th, 2025. She's got mental problems. She's got mental problems. Me and Melanie don't speak because she done put $300 worth of damage in her house. I think you all will speak up for me and share her stuff too. Like, that's not fair. That's at 2:11 in the call. And at 5:08 in the call, the defendant says, I probably could get her a ride to court like that. I know I can get unintelligible. Who she's speaking with, I believe it's the grandmother. Let me give her a ride. Let me get her a ride. I'll take Talisa out there. Let me give her a ride out there. The defendant. What you're talking about, is she really coming to the court? And the grandma said, we haven't talked about that. We haven't talked about that. And the defendant responded, no, you got to talk to her about that, Mom. And I could go on.
Seems enough for me. Motion to revoke defendant's phone privileges is hereby granted. Defendant's phone privileges are hereby. You can always ask for a hearing on that. All right. Thank you.
Your Honor.
Court calls the case People versus Darius Grady.
From my understanding, it's hard for the jail to regulate that anyway, so we'll see
Good
how that
morning, Your
plays
Honor.
out.
Amy Advisor, opinion on
Or
behalf
not.
of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Roba Hamden requesting permission to practice pursuant MCR 8.120 under the supervision of First Assistant Public Defender Jay Ballinger.
How's that going?
It's going well.
Is it?
I think so.
Is he treating you okay?
You know,
Okay, we'll talk later.
we'll talk later.
Permission to practice is great.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'm here with and on behalf of Darius Grady. Can you please state your name for the record?
Darius Grady. Thank you, sir.
Your Honor, we are asking for a 3-week adjournment on this matter, awaiting a mitigation letter.
And no objection to that adjournment.
Probable cause conference will be adjourned to July 24th, 2022nd,
Was that July 22nd?
2025. You know, did you catch the other one?
Yeah.
All right. July 22nd, 2025, 9 a.m. That's a Tuesday. Bond will continue.
Thank you, Your Honor.
That's all your fault. Calendar. Court calls the case People versus Damon Bransford.
And Assistant Public Defender Nicholas Bukovich on behalf of Mr. Bransford, who's now approaching. Bransford, can you please state your name for the record?
Damon Bransford.
At this time, Your Honor, we'll be requesting a brief adjournment. Mr. Bransford was interviewed by the Drug Treatment Court people this Monday, so we're just waiting for a response to that.
Would a response you believe come before the 17th?
I believe we should be able to get a response by the 17th, Your Honor.
All right. Probable cause conference, July 17th, 2025, 9 a.m. Bond. Court calls case People versus Cortez Gray. Oh, boy.
Good morning, Your Honor. Hannah Mackey requesting permission to practice under Michigan Court Rule 8.120 under Public Defender Torcio Feaster.
Showing up in that North Carolina view. He doesn't even understand why that makes my eyes go red. Permission to practice is granted. What are we doing?
Your Honor, we are requesting an adjournment in this matter. We were unable to get in contact with Mr. Gray.
Simpson went to Maryland, so they're ACC rivals. Just throwing that out there.
But now we have his correct phone number.
July 17, 2025, 9 a.m. bond continued.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Court. What? Oh, that's right. The whole North Carolina thing, like Tar Heels. Go to Tar Heels? Okay, that's why. Court calls case People versus Devontae Jackson.
I think this was the morning docket too.
And Alex Warren Green on behalf of Mr. Jackson.
That was a big guy.
Yeah.
Dang.
Mr. Jackson, can you state your name for the court?
Javante Jackson.
Your Honor, today's the date and time for probable cause
This dude definitely played football. I'm gonna look him up.
conference. At this time, we are asking the court to set the matter for preliminary examination.
All discoveries complete.
I believe so, Your Honor.
And would the people have their witnesses available on the 15th? Preliminary examination in this matter in person will be set July 15th, 2025, 9 a.m. That is before Judge Wash. Bond continued.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'll talk to you soon, Devontae.
Court calls case People versus Suzette Hampton.
Stephanie Cannon on behalf of Ms. Hampton, who's appearing to the right. Ms. Hampton, please state your name for the record.
Yeah, Suzette Hampton. Yeah.
Your Honor, we're just asking for a 2-week adjournment on this matter for negotiation purposes.
July 17, 2025, 9 a.m. Bond continued. Thank you.
Do you need?
Court calls case of the People versus Paris Lester.
Emma Dodge on behalf of Mr. Lester. Can you state your name for the record?
Paris Alexander Lester.
You're requesting an adjournment.
We're requesting an adjournment, and I sent a motion to modify bond conditions to get him released into treatment, Your Honor.
Is it a motion?
You did it by motion as opposed to stipulation.
I believe it was a stipulation. I just
Pardon?
worded it differently. I believe it was a stipulation.
Really?
Yes, it
Usually
has.
those are signed by both sides. It's okay. Is there any objection to their motion? Okay.
She's like, boss, what'd I do
I'll grant your
wrong?
Thanks, Your
motion.
Honor. Yeah.
Probable cause conference will be adjourned July 17, 2025, 9 a.m. Bond will continue.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
All right, y'all. I think we're getting close. I also think that I might have found the route. I might have found this Trevante Jackson guy.
Court calls case People versus Marcus Harris.
And Alex Warren Green on behalf of Mr. Harris. Mr. Harris, can you
How
state
you
your?
doing, Mr. Mr. Marcus Harris?
I'm doing okay.
I seen you guys.
What'd you say?
It's been a minute since I seen you, but how you doing?
I'm doing okay.
All right.
You're back.
Been a while, but yeah, I'm here for the month.
And you're like, so the last time you were here, were you allowed to wear shorts in my courtroom?
Oh,
No.
No, right?
Should I put on to get here, put some on to get my butt up in? 'Cause last time I was here, you took me to the back for coming late. That was a while ago, so I'm sorry about that. I will make adjustment on this the next time.
You believe it? You don't know? I mean,
Oh, you're good.
all right, go ahead. I'm
Your
sure
Honor.
you will.
I'm asking the court to set this matter for a preliminary exam.
All discovery is complete.
So, Your Honor.
People have their witnesses available the 15th. Preliminary examination in person will be set July 15th, 2025, 9 a.m. before Judge Moore. Bond continued.
Thank you, sir. You have a blessing, Mr.
You
Sir.
take care of yourself.
doesn't even say anything about the jersey. Just cares about the shorts.
Court calls the case, People versus Ahmad, is it McWally?
I'm sorry. Maybe Richard, that could be.
And Assistant Public Defender Jay Bellinger on behalf of Mr. Matt Wally, who approaches. Mr. Matt Wally, can you please state your name for the record?
Ahmad McWally.
And Your Honor, if we may briefly approach on this.
All right, this gets a pause
Okay,
for a
thank
minute. There we go.
Any other, I've received and reviewed the report. Are there any other additional?
No other proofs, Your Honor, from the defense.
Nothing from the people we said last.
All right, we would based upon the report, the court has reviewed that report. The court would find that the defendant is at this time competent to stand trial, would specifically find that the defendant can understand the nature and objects of the proceedings against him and can rationally assist in his defense. Therefore, the defendant is deemed competent. And you wish this matter set for preliminary or for PCC, is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor. One more extended PCC, and I imagine at that time we'll probably be waiving up to circuit court.
I'll set a probable cause conference in this matter for, given the circumstance you explained, I can, the 22nd or 29th, or 22nd or the 31st.
22nd.
My client is asking for the 22nd, Your Honor.
Got it. Probable cause conference, July 22nd, 2025. That's at 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Round continue. Thank you. She's doing. I know, but you didn't turn it.
Oopsies.
You turned it. You gotta follow through. Court calls the case, People versus Dashir Hassani.
Anna Mackey on behalf of Mr. Hassani, who is to my right. Please state your name for the record.
My name is Ardeshir Hassani. And my apologies for wearing shorts, Your Honor. I was
And
not aware.
sandals.
And
I've-
flip-flops.
Did you just come from the beach or something?
Mr. Brown told him it's summertime and hot in the streets. That's what Mr. Lauren Brown said.
Lauren Brown said that
Sure did.
and said that this was appropriate?
Look at him smiling back there.
Yeah, I know. I see him out there. Go take Mr. Brown's pants and come.
She's gonna work in the courtroom. Give me a second here. I'm gonna pause it. My video is dragging a little on my side, so let me give it a second to catch up and go.
No.
There we go. Better. Ooh, she just hands out the green sheet.
I know Mr. Brown didn't tell us to show up there, but I don't know what man he's trying to say. What are you looking to do?
The green sheet, Your Honor, adjournment. We're waiting discovery.
Fine.
Thank you.
It is a green sheet. Probable cause conference will be adjourned July 17th, 2025, 9 a.m. Bond continued.
Thank you, and I'll make sure Mr. Hassani is in pants and shoes.
Sure. Thank you.
Will do.
Court calls the case People versus Dale Miller.
Defender Hannah Apple appearing on behalf of Mr. Miller, who's approaching now.
Okay, here we go. This is God. Everybody, let's meet God.
Mr. Miller, will you state your name for the record?
Dale Joseph Miller, the Alpha and Omega. Will you give this in, please?
Probably not, but I'll look at it first.
Okay.
Probably not.
Judge, Mr. Miller was found incompetent but restorable.
Yes.
The opinion that I have has this case also listed on it. I'm not sure. I think maybe
What's your date of your report?
I want to say it was like May 6th.
I have a May 8th.
Okay, May 8th.
I am opining that he's incompetent to stand trial, but likely to obtain competence with the proper course of treatment.
Okay, before I go too much further with this one, look at the defendant, look at everybody behind him, and then I kept this going when he leaves and just watch their reaction, how long the reaction continues, and then rewind it like 10 times to watch everybody's independent reaction.
Correct. So I don't know if this one just got behind the other three, but I have an order prepared.
All right.
The court to sign. He's awaiting treatment at the forensic center. And just for the court's information, next review date on those other three matters are the 14th of August.
Am I allowed to speak real quick?
Yep. You are.
I just want to let you know I'm the original son of God, the Alpha and Omega, mighty God, the only child conceived from Yahweh,
Oh, my bad. He's not God. He's Jesus.
Angelica, and the Holy Spirit. The devil is inside Barack Obama, Azazel. He was at Area 51. Semyaza, his sidekick, is inside Pope Francis. The book of Revelation is about me, and I have 12 sisters that are down here too. Christ comes from me in heaven too. I sent him into this world. I created the heaven and the angels. Azazel kissed my wife Danielle twice in heaven. That's why he was put down here. He caused the fall, sending a male into the Garden of Eden to sleep with Eve. So he's paying the price now, and he is going to be dealt with soon. I'm going back to heaven soon. The rapture is going to happen soon, and I will come back after 7 years. I'm the Alpha and Omega, the Lion of Judah. Christ is the Lamb of God. I put everything in that note she's supposed to give you, but you guys won't let me speak. Lauren, the girl this case is over, is one of my 12 sister wives.
Okay.
About the case.
And
All right.
I'm letting you know, you guys haven't given me a chance to defend myself. I try to let you know.
I let you talk, but now I'm done.
Okay, been warned. You will be dealt with. I'm the real judge of this world.
Okay.
You're going.
I'll await that.
Thank you.
September 4th for 2025, 9 a.m.
So the judge will be judged. Okay. Go ahead and rewind that. And then I'll just hang out here for a second. Never mind. Just watch how long this it takes the courtroom to react. And then hopefully you're watching Simpson's face that entire time because he found it entertaining. Just a quick recap. He is considered incompetent right now. He's been found to be capable of being restored to competency. I chose poor wording on the way I just described that, but they're going to hold him for a while until he's competent to stand trial.
Round continued.
They're all trying not to laugh.
You know, I've heard that same thing from Feaster. Every conversation I have with him. Every conversation with Feaster starts that way. I don't really think it's up to you. Court calls the case, People versus Alicia Henderson.
If you're for the people.
So that's pretty much the reaction. Too bad I don't have any of his prior appearances. I thought this one was kind of funny. This one's more of a court watching moment to see when a lawsuit stumbles a little bit, but I'll probably stop it right after this one.
Hannah Mackey on behalf of Ms. Henderson, who is to my right. Please state your name for the record.
Alicia Henderson.
So did you know, because I criticized you. I felt safe that way. You got me. You got me. It's just, thank you. All right, go ahead.
Your Honor, we'd like to set this matter for preliminary examination and all discovery is complete as far as we are aware.
Before we do so, Your Honor, I was not here at the last hearing, but I do know that we adjourned to explore restorative justice resolutions in this case. The notes that I have from the previous APA that covered indicated that both parties were in fact agreeable to the restorative justice resolution, which would have them at the dispute resolution center, resulting in the ultimate dismissal of this matter if that is successful. However, there was a bench warrant issued, I think, because she failed to appear at the last hearing, as well as the required paperwork not having been submitted yet by counsel. So I do want to confirm on the record before we set this for exam that the parties on defense side, or defense rather, is rejecting the restorative justice resolution before we proceed to exam.
This is where she's stuck.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Which part?
All of it.
All of it? You're rejecting it?
We are.
We can go ahead and do what we were gonna do just about 20 minutes ago.
The bench warrant was recalled because.
Yes, it was.
able to-
That's why she walked it.
Yes, sir.
And now, what do you want me to do?
Set for exam, please.
Please? Oh, so why was Janaza like whispering?
She just wanted to talk to me.
So it wasn't anything about the case? No, okay. All right.
Go ahead, we'll set it.
No, go ahead. What were you gonna say? I got all the time in the world.
Because the restorative justice resolution required contact, we normally request that those conditions are changed for consensual contact so that resolution can occur. I'm not certain if that happened at the last hearing or not, so we'll do it right this moment. But before we are done with the case, I did want to confirm that standard no contact conditions are in effect.
My client hasn't been in contact with the complaining witness regardless, so.
I don't think we changed anything. No, I haven't. I don't know why I'm checking. Okay. So would the people have their witnesses available?
What was that date, Your Honor? I'm sorry.
15.
We will try our best.
Preliminary examination in person, July 15, 2025, 9 a.m. before Judge Washington. Bonds will continue. I don't see that any conditions were changed.
Okay.
So, whatever the original conditions are still in.
Well, that's pretty much what I have for you. Just to finish off on an educational note. So that last one was kind of strange to me just from an educational standpoint. From what I understand, a restorative justice resolution is a process that focuses on repairing, or what's the word? Making amends causing by wrongdoing rather than simply just punishing the offender. I don't know how they arrive at outcomes. To my understanding, it's some sort of mediation. So, from what I understand is, if she is declining a restorative justice resolution, it basically means that she's more interested in being right than repairing damage, making amends for harm. Yeah, she's putting herself in a position where she can be either found guilty or not guilty, and we'll see how it works out for her. Anyway, thanks for watching. I've got like 5 more streams I need to do. Most of them are body cam related, but I wanted to make sure I get these 2 out the way because everybody is on top of courts this week. So again, I had sinus surgery. I sound funny. I'm a little tired. I'm a little itchy. I'm a little nasally. So if you don't watch the other ones, have a good weekend.